Namaste all. Om Arogyaya Namaha. Today, welcome you all for a short and brief explanation about one of the very important topic which is to be discussed and which is to be known to each and every person in this world. Swastharakshayu welcomes you all for today's online lecture. Here, we are very uh, concentrating about one of the preventive aspects of the disease here. Whenever we are uh, giving information about any of the health aspect, they are going to help in preventing the disease, and the prevention of disease is a very important aspect in this world now. So today is the topic we are going to discuss is about the ajirna. So ajirna is nothing but na jirna iti ajirna. Whenever the food which is taken by an individual, if it doesn't get properly digested, the properly digestion has not taken place, then it is called as the ajirna. Jirna plus jirna. So jirna, no, whatever the food or whatever the medicine, whenever ahara and aushadha, if an individual is taken, it is not completely digested, it's called as the ajirna. So ajirna is one of the very important concept which is having a very plays an important role in individual, in a man. Now let us see how important it is there. So what are the causes for the ajirnaha? First, we are going to see. So here our Acharya explains about अत्यामुपानात् विषमाशनात् संधारणात् स्वप्नविपर्याश्च काले अपि भुक्तं लघु चापि सात्यम् अन्नं न पाकं भजते नरस्य ईर्ष्या भयक्रोध परिक्षेत लब्धेन ऋक् दैन्यं निपीडितेन प्रद्वेषयुक्तेन च सेव्यमानाम् अन्नं न सम्यक् परिणाममेति. Shushruta tells here what are the causes for the ajirna here. So one of the main causes for here cause for ajirna here is atyambu panat. That is the taking of the water in a large quantity. Atyambu pana. So here we in the Subhashita we say that Ajirnam Bheshjam Vari, Jirne Vari Barapradam. So whenever we are taking the water before the food, it is going to make the ajirna. Ajirne Bheshjam Vari, Jirne Vari Barapradam. Whenever we are taking the water after the food, it is going to give the bala. After the food means immediately it should not be taken. So after some time of the intake of food, it should be taken here. But quantity of the water, so here some will be having habit of taking about 5, 6, 7, 10 liters of water, so it is not good. So according to his capacity, causing according to his one's own agni, he has to take the uh, water here. So there are some conditions where we are going to advise the uh, more the drinking of the water in a, for example, in conditions of the renal calculi, we are going to tell frequently you should consume the water. So in that time, the little quantity of water, it should become consumed slowly and slowly without hampering the agni here. So the intake of the water in a large quantity per day according to the capacity of an individual is very, very dangerous here. Next, Vishamashana. So what is Vishamashana? So in the Vishamashana, so three concepts are going to come. So Adhyashana, Atyashana, Anashana. So Adhyashana means here repeatedly taking the food. Repeatedly taking a food. So an individual who will be having a habit of repeatedly taking the food without the digestion of the previous food, then it is going to cause the ajirna. So we call it as a overeating, over intake of the food here. Then atyashanaha, so taking of the food up to the capacity of the till the neck. Hmm? Some will be there who are going to take the food to the neck. So in Ayurveda we tell that uh, the food should be solid food should be taken in half of the capacity, and 1/4 of the liquid food to be taken, and 1/4 should be left free for the gas. Then only the ahara pachana kriya will occur properly, and it is going to help for the proper digestion. And anashanaha, so here anashana is going to uh, is doing a fasting. Some will be having the habit of doing fasting for many days. So the Agni, if it is not getting food properly, then it is going to eat our inside dhatus, that is tissues, inside organs. It will start eating our body. So a person is going to become very lean at that time, because by doing frequently fasting, and the in an individual will uh, it will hamper the agni, and it is going to uh, uh, cause the ajirna here. Next, sandharanat. So sandharanat means here we have to there are some of the urges which should not be suppressed here. For example, mutra, mala, and the hunger. So there are some example which should not be suppressed. Hunger is also, that is kshudha. Kshudha is also one of uh, the one which is vega, which is, it should not be suppressed. That is, timely intake of food is very, very important here. Whenever a person is taking timely food, then he will not be in the he will not feel sick, called as the ajirna. Swapna viparyascha. So here the individual, he should uh, sleep properly. Time to time he should sleep. If he is not sleeping properly time to time, then it is going to hamper the his digestion power. Kale api bhuktam. So here, whenever timely taking of the food is very, very important here. So from morning till night, uh, the meal pattern and the whatever the intake of food is there, this timing should be maintained. Then definitely an individual will not fall sick of the ajirna here. So lagu cha api satmyaha. So lagu ahara should be taken always. That is the ahara which is very, very easily digestible, that food should be always taken. For example, jowar, will be always telling eat the roti, and eat sabjis, and eat dal. So oily items or food which is very heavily digestible, it should not be taken frequently. So it will hamper the agni. And satmya ahara, that is the one which is accustomed to an individual, it should be taken here, which will not cause the ajirna here. Next, an individual should not have his irsha, krodha, bhaya. So all the mental symptoms what are there, he should not always not be in grief. He should not be always take the food in the hurry bari, or by doing the krodha, or by doing the with a negative mind he should not take the pradvesha yukta. So by doing the dvesha, you should not take the food, which is also going to cause the ajirna here. Next, then these, whenever an individual, if he is following all these things, then he is going to, then his Agni is hampered. His digestion power will be hampered, and the proper digestion process will not occur. If the digestion process will not occur properly, then the formation of the dhatus, what we say, formation of the tissues inside the body, what the formation of the rakta, formation of the mamsa. So these are all the uh, formations, proper formations. The Agni is the main factor here. If it is working properly, then definitely the formation of these rakta, mamsa, asti will be proper here. So an individual should follow these processes of the next. And what are the lakshanas? What are the lakshanas to be confirmed that these it is a lakshana of the ajirna here? So here an individual will be feeling body ache and fever, feverishness, and he is feeling the heaviness of the body, gurta of the sharira, and he will be feeling body pain, and the motion and urine for excretion will be not in a normal way, and the, uh, the pain in the abdomen. So all these are all lakshanas of the ajirna. And what are the normal uh, lakshanas of the uh, that ajirna mukta has taken place? How we should consider? So udgaraha shuddhirutsaho. So proper erectations of the proper erectations, proper belchings are coming, and the utsaha in the body. So the gutta of the sharira is there, and all the vegas, that is mala, mutra, and visarjana will be going on properly here. And a person is feeling with a relaxed mind. It is considered as the one of the ajirna mukta lakshana. So here we are coming to a very important aspect of the uh, what are the diseases are going to originate due to the this ajirnaha. So here, whenever the food food which is taken, if it is not properly digested, then nowadays the food which we are eating, it is not so good. That is, it is all the food, mainly rice, is very contaminated because of the fertilization. They are going to they are going to put the pesticides, more and more pesticides. They are going to, for more yield, they are going to uh, spray more pesticides. So for rice, more pesticides is sprayed. So eating of the rice in more quantity is very dangerous nowadays. And we should eat the food items which are not sprayed more amount of the pesticides. For example, jowar, it doesn't need any manure, and ragi, and uh, all the millets, savi, navani, all these haraku, and other all millets which are grown with a less pesticide, without pesticides. I mean, without pesticides. So only manure will be required for it. So we have to eat those food items which are very easily digestible, and also which are having very nutrients content in them. So it is a one of the message here today. Which type of food should be taken? So because of taking of this rice item, which is sprayed with the pesticides, so disease, chronic diseases like diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and the thyroid, and chronic joint pains, these sandhi vikaras, what we say, the and mm, the basal metabolic disorders, what we say, obesity, all the endocrinal disorders are going to generate because of these taking of the ahara, which is going to cause ajirna, and ajirna is going to cause these basal metabolical disorders. So we have to correct our food. So we have to correct our food, time of food, and we should follow the we should withdraw what are the causes for the ajirna here. So basically the chikitsa, the first aid treatment what should be given for the ajirna, the simple tips I'm going to tell you. So langanam parmaushadam first, that is we have to do the fasting whenever the ajirna is there. So langana means we have to do lagu ahara should be taken. Langana means fasting without taking anything. That is not langana. Lagu ahara should be taken whenever we are feeling hungry. And so here the shunti, maricha and pippali, what calls trikatu. That is shunti, menasu and hippali. So that powder should be made and it should be taken with a hot water. And simple remedies, that is the ajavana, what was called ajavana powder that to be taken, it should be taken with the hot water. So these are all the very simple tips. So one of the best medicine is hingvastaka churna. It is going to uh, help in the case of the ajirna. So it can be taken with half teaspoon in the hot water. If it is taken, then we can get rid of this ajirna. So here the take home message is ajirna, if it is neglected, if we are doing, if you are not taking properly food time to time, and if you are not taking lagu ahara, and if you are not following the regimens what to be done in the while taking the food according to the season wise, if you are not doing, then it is going to cause the ajirna, and we are going to end up with a dreadful disease called as diabetes, hypertension, and uh, some in some conditions chronic case like cancer cells can also be generated inside our body. So follow health rules, follow one of the formula I am going to tell you now: 2, 5, 7 and 2. So whenever we are going to wake up at morning 6 o'clock, so before 8:30 you 2 hours before 8:30 you finish your breakfast. After your breakfast 5 hours, so 8 o'clock you have taken your breakfast, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 1 o'clock you do your you take your food and lunch. So at 1, from 1 o'clock 7 hours, that is 8 o'clock, 8 or 8:30 you take the your dinner. So after the 8:30 dinner, 2 hours you, after the 2 hours you should go for the sleep. So follow this formula and be healthy, be safe. Swasth Rakshayu always give you some of the important tips uh, which is going to help for the prevention of the disease in your life. So Swasth Rakshayu is here giving an online education for about preventive health, and it is also providing the immunity booster kit. So if you want, you can contact. And Swasth Raksha is also serving for a Swarna Bindu Prashana and also Panchakarma Chikitsa. If necessary, you can contact. So thank you one and all for your patience hearing.